I know we're late, but blame him. Don't blame the guy with the COVID and he moves his eyes and everything
Blame.
hurts and his head's gonna explode and I can't taste anything and my legs are weak. Like what? Mister, I didn't go to the gym, so let's delay it a day. It wasn't the guy who, as you notice, doesn't have a hat on, put a shirt on just because I had to, so no one had to see all of this. Yeah, but we're here. And
Rest in
there's
peace.
yeah. I did like the Eddie chant on Dynamite. That was nice. That was nice to hear.
Yeah.
Even though, I still don't get why there has to be a bloodbath every single night.
Why did there have to be a bloodbath during Ric Flair's last match?
It's Ric Flair.
Match.
It's Ric Flair. There we go. That's why. It's Ric Flair. Why did Brody King literally have to be pissing blood within 30 seconds of a match against Darby Allin? Literally pissing blood.
Khan gets his rocks off on that.
30 seconds. Pissing blood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, see that was not a trickle. That was a holy level of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dear God, I know the WWE wasn't doing blood really for the longest time there, at least not intentionally, but you guys don't have to make up for it.
Oh, that's the thing.
Every night.
Even on Peacock now, like anything that involves blood, it's black and white. Hopefully they change that. That'd be great.
You don't have to, people don't have, it doesn't have to be like there were first blood matches in WWE where they did a lot worse to each other. Sorry, WWF, where they did way worse to each other than happened in the first 30 seconds of that match last night.
Yeah.
And no one bled for like a half hour. Like, for the love of God, blood, it accentuates things. I get it. Mox has to bleed every night, but does everyone have to bleed every night? Like, Jesus, there is a thing called overkill.
Oh, we have Mr. Punk back.
Not to be confused with the Motorhead song, which is a great song, by the way.
Which, by the way, like the 40th anniversary of one of their albums is being re-released, remastered sometime this year.
40th, made who's surprised. Don't worry, they still went back over, like, dear God, how Lemmy put out that much music. I'll never know. But otherwise all I got is
actually quick sidebar. I don't know if you ever saw it. I don't know if it was it wasn't a table for three, but it was the one where Triple H and
it was a good show.
Yeah, that one. I can't remember what it was called though.
Oh, I have no idea. I was talking about table for three. Like, there was actually some good ones in there. I wish they didn't edit it down so much.
Maybe it was
No,
table for three.
I don't think. No, I would have saw that.
No, I forget.
I just wish they would have. I just wish that they wouldn't edit it down so bad.
You know what?
Table for three.
It was something with Motorhead. Yeah. I do know that.
I know it's some kind of something for them, but all I can say is the table for three, actually, it's a great idea and concept for a show. They just do too much editing. Like, the stories they're telling, like you could tell where they're just cutting stuff off. Like, what's the point?
The A and E legend stuff is awesome, though.
By the way, guys, here's a question. I know. Do I look dead? Do I sound dead? I feel dead.
Why so serious?
If I could be serious for a minute, by the way, that guy totally started to run out of patience with him, the Hurricane. Like, there's a lot of people on the socials, and all I'm gonna say is it's really, really sad when the political show I do has its own Twitter page. It has its own thing. And I'm seeing more vile shit coming out of Lance Storm, the Hurricane, all of them politically than I'm seeing coming out for anything on my whole entire political show. Like, that's all my wrestling feed is. Like, for the love of Christ, we're following you guys and watch wrestling to escape all of it. Do me a favor and shut the fuck up. Putting all of us into one box, that's how you make people not give a fuck about you. Look, I was censoring myself. You made me wait for an extra 30 minutes. I'm just going like, cocksucker, motherfucker. But it just kept getting worse. But other good thing, before you go, apparently Butch is going to be dead soon. So Pete Dunne allegedly is coming back. So that was my last thing I wanted to get out. When I saw that, I was like, right now, I can't move my eyes without chronic pain and dizziness. Thank you. I didn't even know that was a COVID thing. Right now, I'd get down and pray that we get rid of Butch. Never mind my health. What? Get rid of that. That's what I want. Let me be miserable. Just get rid of that stupid shit. Like, that's why Vince shouldn't be in charge of anything. I'm going to quote Gordon Ramsay. I wouldn't trust you running a bath, let alone a restaurant, or in this case, a billion-dollar corporation.
Fact.
Anyway,
but speaking the quick take on politics, Mr. Kane, Mr. Glenn Jacobs got reelected. Congrats, Mayor of
and
Nashville.
all those people that I just mentioned suddenly were calling him everything under the book because apparently you haven't known the guy and in the business with him for decades. Now suddenly he's a piece of shit because of what side he's on. It shows actually who the pieces of shit are.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Fact.
It's not me. You don't go from being friends with the guy for that long and then suddenly, all that to him just because of his affiliation. Like, that actually makes you a piece of shit. A garbage human being, a dumpster fire, a sack of shit. That makes you the difference between Pete Dunne and Butch. Giant steamy pile of shit, one to the other. Like Jeff Goldblum, that is one big pile of shit. But congratulations to Glenn. He's doing a good job. I mean, regardless of how you feel about it, I mean, like, you should be success for the man. Like, don't wish death upon him suddenly. Like that. Like, where the does that get anyone wishing death on him? Like, for real. Like, we have much bigger problems to worry about than that stuff. Like, I hate idiots.
Like the monkey Bananarama ape virus or whatever the hell that thing's called. But
Hey,
I don't know what the technical term is. All I know is it has something to do with that thing. Yeah.
All I know is I suddenly am getting ripped apart every day on the social thing. And then I saw a video of Kamala saying that we had zero inflation in the country last month. Like, we had dropped to nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and there's people like, but it's still at 8.5. Like, like, I have COVID. I can't think straight. I can't barely see straight. I can't move my eyeballs. And there's people that actually believe that. Like, if I can figure it out, you can too. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois,
That's right.
60652. Help take a bite out of your stupid ass. Or tweet the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
He will set you straight.
If you're having a shitty day, just go on his Twitter. You'll feel better.
Oh, just tweet something derogatory at him. I bet you'll find it.
Or
then he will make you feel
or the fact that Hulk Hogan's hairline has been receding for the last 40 years. But anyways.
Or his greatest moment in this sport is going to wish that Hollywood blonde jabroni Hulk Hogan a happy birthday today. I'm pretty sure that was the last thing I saw come across this thing.
Nice.
That was his biggest moment in the sport. I swear to God.
Speaking of birthdays, happy belated 55th birthday to Sable. Didn't see that one. And Miss Bliss turned 31 2 days ago. Yeah, Sable was 3 days ago. Bliss was 2 days ago.
God bless.
I guess happy belated birthday to Theory, which we forgot last week, but that's okay. But
that means nothing to me.
Speaking of Theory, so we are, at least I saw on the dirt sheets, Johnny Wrestling and maybe his lovely wife possibly returning. Is this maybe with Dexter Lumis getting carted away on Raw have to do with maybe getting the band back together as the way? I don't know. It's just kind of weird because I saw one or two articles about the possibility of it. Like, just throwing it out there, not like any speculation, but like somebody threw a picture out there saying, what if?
Please don't. Have him try to cash in and lose, and then lose his mind and have to go back to them to find his way. We could do that, please, for love of God. We don't want to see Moron again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him at all.
I honestly think that was a reality check from Vince.
Well, yeah, but I mean, DIY, that'd be a cool thing to see back together. Put them in the tag division. I mean, that would make sense. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with it.
I mean, for the end of that Ciampa and Lashley match, I was okay with it, for the most part. Not a way to really get Ciampa rolling. I mean, they could have had some kind of better ending to the fact that even though Ciampa would have lost, and you could, as we had mentioned, maybe start a feud with the Miz, but
I'd say it should have been him getting ready to win it, and then Miz did something stupid. And let them go on their way, and then Ciampa could be Ciampa, not just someone's puppet like Vince made him.
I
I'm
mean,
not
the good
trying to be
news,
a dick. Like you
the,
didn't have to do anything. Like, how
the
do you
good,
fuck it up?
the good news is they haven't gotten rid of Champa's theme on iTunes.
Yeah,
So at
I'm
least,
just I'm just trying to figure out like Champa, like you literally didn't have to do anything.
yeah,
And Vince still found a way to fuck it up.
yeah.
We don't know how to use them. Like, have you been watching the product down there for like the last 5 years or so? Like, you don't know how to like.
Oh, quick. By the way, if you can't see the cup, Mission BBQ, great freaking place. If you haven't been there, get the one. Like their three meat tray thing is awesome, and they have like 6 different sauces, including, um, not including the Georgia mustard, which is absolutely amazing,
Oh,
and they also have their own North Carolina vinegar, which is really good,
get the
and some kind
get,
of hot sauce
get
too.
the fatty
Really?
side of the brisket.
Oh yeah, I
Just
always
so
do. Yep.
it melts in your mouth. So like
Yeah.
you hear
Great.
fat and you think unproperly rendered fat on steaks that's chewy.
And
That
and
stuff literally.
at noon every day, national anthem, salute to the service. Great. Make sure you get your cup. You get
You,
99-cent refills. It's great.
you do realize I used to like if I was walking out of a building on base and I'd hear the warning, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going back inside. Sorry, but by the end of it, on my leg, what? Or when I was right in the middle, like, damn it, what? Ugh, when I was right in between, I was just from the ramp doors to the truck. It's damn it, damn it,
Yep.
damn it. Sometimes
Or when
really
you're
actually
or when you're like 1 foot into the barracks room and you're like, well,
like I would just hear the warning and I'd be perfectly in between the two. And this was on bad leg after all the surgeries going. It's not like I could even run at that. I'm like, well, I can't run to get there. I can't stand on my leg that long. Like that's actually like doctors told me, no, sorry, Bob, that you are not allowed to stand stationary. No, I'm like, well, fuck. But
yeah,
beautiful place. I enjoy
yeah,
the ambiance.
yes, yeah. I mean, just the customer service. This past month's special was banana pudding, the best banana pudding I've ever had in my life.
Why didn't you tell me
Um,
this sooner?
yeah.
I love banana
Next
pudding.
the next month's special is, I don't know if it's like everywhere because I don't think they're franchise owned. I think they're all under.
Oh no,
I don't
I
know.
can find out.
But next month, at least here in Lancaster, some kind of strawberry cheesecake thing, which my wife will eat. So,
They love me some banana pudding. If
oh yeah,
you don't like banana pudding,
yeah.
you could take
I
yours.
I
You
I
could just
I
go
literally
somewhere.
I literally told my wife. I said, "No offense, honey, your banana pudding is great, but I would literally stick my in this right now and
Yeah.
just make sweet love to it. Like, I just, no lie." But
In our defense, we're in the American Pie generation, so we can't help ourselves. For some
yeah.
reason, just dessert and dicks. What they just go together.
Hey,
I don't know, but I like if you say you don't like banana pudding, you've had bad banana pudding. Keep eating it to keep getting in places until you find the one. Because when you find the one, it's actually like life altering.
yeah.
There's a lot of bad banana pudding.
And the sad reality is, once you find the life altering one, it's only for a limited time, which kind of
Hey,
in that, unless they bring it back,
hey,
which,
you sit there and just Gordon Ramsay that shit and just break it down so you can try to figure out everything in there.
like when I had the banana pudding, it was like the scene in Ratatouille where the restaurant critic has the ratatouille, and it just goes back to his childhood, and just the glare, the glassiness in the eyes, and the tear, like that was like seriously that level kind of.
Never saw it. I know. I'm
Oh,
going to hell.
it's really
Oh, I
funny.
know. I know. I've heard great things about it. I already forgot what we were just talking about for barbecue. See, I told you guys what. I'm really not joking. Like my brain. God, and I
Just
went
melted.
Mission Barbecue. There we go. See, and everyone went, is he kidding? What I just had that long of a thought process staring off into space, trying to remember the words Mission Barbecue.
All right, so let's jump back into some wrestling stuff.
Hurry up.
Saw somebody post a picture of a what if. Um,
I
what
like
if
what if.
Judgment Day extended its group and maybe threw Karrion Cross and Scarlett in it? Would it be a good
No,
idea or a bad idea?
no,
No, that's
no,
where I thought it was going to go.
absolutely no.
That's we'll just keep it like, yeah, short and sweet with
Not
that one.
trying to be a dick, but let's see. Karrion Cross NXT. Karrion Cross main roster debut and loses to Jeff in 2 minutes flat. Can't even see the hand. And then they try to keep him the beastly guy down there, but then when he comes to the main roster, he's got like
I'm not gonna lie though.
He's got bonded shit and a helmet on.
I can't lie though. The tweet from Drew McIntyre
Yes.
was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
It was.
Tell me
In
I just
bondage
didn't
and a
get it.
helmet.
Yeah. That was
Right.
but quick thing, Drew and Roman will still remain a singles match from what I read last. So
And
I
everyone,
do believe the plan is, if it actually carries through, that maybe Cross just challenges for the WWE Championship somewhere down the road to get that off of Roman. And then USA was even open to the fact of having an interim heavyweight champion, kind of like what AEW is doing. But I don't know. No, I'm
keep
not
that
all.
simple.
Yeah, keep that to the UFC.
And
They've got that figured out.
whoever made the whatever it was, like, let's not let everyone, like that Scarlet and Cross came back and attacked Drew from behind. Let's not let that overshadow the fact that Drew called Roman the tribal queef. I don't remember who it was that made that thing, wherever the hell I saw it. Thank you.
Golden.
Touche.
Right there.
You are, yes.
Let's but since we're talking about and since the word NXT was thrown out there, I see Mr. Solo Sikoa, minor injury, anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks to maybe longer, not too sure. Didn't really get like the actual timetable on that. Kind of sucks, or maybe it's a good thing. Maybe a call up is in the works. Maybe the moon and stars align correctly since the injury.
Perfect timing.
Honestly, I don't know. What do you think? Would it be a good time to go ahead and try and give him a shot on the main roster, or bring him back to NXT and more develop and maybe hold a title, or what do you think?
I think let him just stay down there a little bit longer.
I'm thinking that too.
He's good. We already have enough lost puppies on the main roster.
Yeah,
and it's not their fault that Vince called them up and did fucking fuck all with them. And they just sat around. I mean, it's not their fault. So yeah, let's go with no on that one.
All right. So since we're on the main roster, back on the main roster kick here, saw actually a few articles on Mr. Cena about breaking the world title record. He doesn't really see it happening. I think they should just leave it. Let it. I don't know. Like what? And the fact that he's got other commitments. I think if he were to do it, he'd rather have like almost a full year off just by his mindset. And he's not getting any younger. Don't get me wrong. He probably can still go, but I think if he were to do that, he would need like at least a solid 6 months to keep it interesting. Not like, oh, I'm gonna win it and then lose it in a month or two. Like that, I think that would take some more.
He can do this really cool thing. He controls his schedule.
Yeah.
If The Rock can find a way to take a few months off and not do anything, he's way more busy than John. Then anyone could find a way to take a few months off, or however long they need to. Or he could still be out there. All he has to do is be champion, show up on TV. He could still go and do his tapings for whatever TV shows or whatever movies, whatever, the rest of the week, and then go to wherever the hell they are.
Cannot wait for Peacemaker season 2.
Do his appearance.
If you have not watched Peacemaker, you need to go watch it.
But he could, he could do it and make it all work. I mean, they make it seem really difficult. I mean, he's only doing it, you'd only have to show up and defend it once a month or so. I mean, like, since you could get it, win it, and you can still do a lot of TV and stuff and only have to wrestle on the pay-per-views and not put yourself completely, in a crazy risk situation, just so you don't screw up anything for the TV. I mean, there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
That's why they have insurance on all these sons of bitches.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look how many bones Jackie Chan broke doing his own stunts. True. All those movies came out on time.
Speaking of Mr. Johnson being as busy as he is, I heard that he is now advisor to the now DC Studios. Before that, it was WB something, which they canned like a whole bunch of crap that we already talked about. Oh, quick update. Michael B. Jordan Superman canked. Supergirl canked. Like, seriously, they are just trashing the heck out of this situation with DC. Come to find out,
making money.
Yeah, come to find out, we had talked about the Batgirl movie. There's a whole bunch of things of why they can't sell it or at least do something with it. It didn't do very well. and extending that, apparently the Black Adam movie test screening didn't do very well. I'm still going to go see it. I don't care. Um,
I'm not.
it's still slated for October. That is on my docket. I'm going to go see it. In fact, it's Dwayne Johnson. I've seen all of his movies in theaters. Well, I have high hopes, but then
I
it's
don't
like
go to
a
theaters.
it's like a double-edged blade. I'm gonna go see it in IMAX just for the fact that all the action scenes, I want to be able to hear every single little thing. And I don't go to the movies a lot, like maybe once or twice a year. This is gonna be one I definitely go see. Besides the Elvis movie that I saw, that again, I can't get over that. That was just not up there with Bohemian Rhapsody, but here's like
Maybe,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
maybe,
Here's Elvis.
maybe DC should do this really cool thing and make stuff that people actually want to see. Call me crazy, but I think they've only
Yeah.
hit what since. I mean, Nolan's since the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, they've only hit what like 2 or 3 of them out of the park, and they have made a lot of them. I don't even know how those
Oh yeah.
some of those shows on the CW lasted as long as they. I go, that's still
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Maybe they should make stuff that doesn't suck. Shout
True.
out to whoever on Disney Plus that has Marvel decide we needed to have what's her the She-Hulk attorney at law. Please enlighten me how who decided that was a good fucking idea. That
True.
actually sounds dumb as fuck. It sounds dumber than fuck. They
Yes.
found all of my fucks.
Yeah.
But
But speaking of DC, the air cut, I supposedly hear of the air cut of the Suicide Squad, which is going to be a little bit more intense. Supposedly in the works. I guess they got enough people to petition or bitch or whatever they did. I saw just one article. I haven't really seen anything else, so I don't know if that how true that is. I'm fine with it, just for the fact of where his vision was going with it. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be theater, direct to HBO Max, but I'm excited. I'll watch it. I mean, it was it was okay. I mean, nothing crazy to you know mull over, but I would be okay with the air cut to just see where the differences lie.
yeah, I say I just so far behind on everything. I just kind of sit here when you talk about it because if you know how far back behind I was on Marvel movies alone, like you
Dude,
guys,
booty.
everyone would want to kill me.
Yeah. I do hear Kang Dynasty is going to have um either Toby or Andrew Garfield. We all know Andrew Garfield's already signed with 3, including Secret Wars and a couple other things. I'm really hoping Toby Maguire gets that 4th movie where they can right a lot of wrongs, and Andrew Garfield gets Amazing Spider-Man 3. I would be okay with that. A lot of happening in the movie world. But I'm excited for any kind of comic book related movie. It just depends on
It's DC.
where the
I'm
cards
not.
lie. Yeah, I mean,
No offense to them.
I'm a DC guy at heart. Comic book wise, again, we all know they haven't really been able to get anything off the ground. Marvel still got it. Got a chance to mull over Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. I was happy with it.
See,
Um, you
Marvel.
know, yeah,
They haven't thrown out too many
yeah.
duds.
Not that I can really think. I mean, okay. Well, I guess this would be before the MCU. I wasn't a big fan of the whole Fantastic Four
Oh, yeah,
movie.
I don't count any of that.
Yeah, true. I
Since
mean, yeah, you
Favreau
really
got involved,
can't. Yeah.
that was a whole different world back then.
Well, we've already said anything Favreau touches, it turns to gold. I mean, you can't. I can't really think of a Favreau movie or a TV show that's been crap.
Shit. I still haven't even seen The Mandalorian. Let's go and explain how far behind I am. I just turn on reruns and do what I have to do. I don't get to sit down. And then the last 3 days I've been laid up and I couldn't even because my head felt like it was going to explode every time I moved it. So I couldn't even watch anything. I just listened to Gordon Ramsay scream at people in the distance because that still makes me smile. But yeah, Favreau, man, he touches it. He's
No doubt.
it's pretty damn good. Let's just put it that way.
All right, so let's shift some gears over to AEW. read one or two articles. I guess Tony Khan's behavior has been kind of questionable, and a few complaints out there. Not too sure what the specifics are, but I don't know if you ever saw the meme with Tony Khan as the one kid in Toy Story that had Buzz Lightyear and Woody, where you see him dropping Woody and saying, "I don't want to play with you no more," like that kind of behavior. I'm guessing, just
Yeah.
not very professional. Honestly, Tony Khan, I believe, is still a kid at heart, and he's not mature enough. He just has daddy's money, which I'm sure a lot of people could probably agree with. Are we on that level?
I see people saying that he's actually not bad to work with, just minus a few
Yeah,
things here and there. But yeah, I mean, like, what do you expect? I mean, people get released, he brings them in.
yeah,
Then they become the new flavor of the month. And then I mean, like, look how big
yeah.
Miro was until he lost the title. And shit.
And
Now we
he's
have
what
Julia
he
Hart.
signed.
Now,
He's signed through what 2026, I
yeah.
think.
And now we got Julia Hart trying to get him to join the House of Black. I mean, like, it's just
Yeah,
like they don't know what the fuck's going on. Like whoever, like if he's bad about his contract, I wonder
the
why.
yeah the only person that really knows what's going on, I have to say, is Dustin Runnels. He basically said, "Well, if your contract's up, you don't like it, get the fuck out," which I can agree with. I
Yeah.
mean,
Granted, I mean, he's on the backside of his career.
well, yeah. I mean, and given he has his wrestling school too, so I mean,
Yeah, like he's not worried about TV time and all that because, well, he knows his in-ring career is well behind him. All these other people are
yeah,
going like, bro, I only have a couple more years left, so how about you stop
yeah.
fucking with me? You know,
All right, so back to the machine here. Saw an article come up. I guess there was two other instances that Mr. McMahon had some hush money thrown out there, which
that's
doesn't surprise me. He just keeps burying himself,
what he does.
and that's really all I gotta say about that.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You're welcome, America.
So back onto the machine side,
Jesus.
and I said I know I wouldn't say anything about this, and I'm with you until I believe it until it happens on TV.
I don't give a fuck what Fightful says until he's
More,
on the TV screen.
yeah, more trademarks filed. Um, and that's really all I've seen as far as that. I don't even know if Fightful even posted anything. They're supposed to post something later today. Oh, they did? Well, then I completely missed it. So um I think honestly he's got to be there about the sign. Just some of the stuff that is being done as far as the trademarks. Um I think he's probably like 85, 90% there. I guess they just kind of got to figure out obviously money. And if it, and Paul's no dummy. Like, you know, as we had said before, I would be fine if he came back as Bray Wyatt and then maybe a Fiend appearance every once in a while, kind of like Mick Foley did with, throughout his career. He came back as himself and then went to that place, and which was more Cactus Jack, but I could see Wyatt doing that. Just, you know, just for, and not like every pay-per-view, but like your big ones, your Royal Rumble, maybe Mania, Survivor Series, whatever they got planned over in Saudi, because you know how that's going to go. I would be fine with that.
Don't
Maybe
remind me.
at least two events a year we could see the Fiend. Other than that, I'm fine with Bray Wyatt. I mean, every character he's done, I've been okay with. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna let it at that. All right, so I got a couple more things non-wrestling related. As you probably seen, the Broncos 4.65 billion sale to Walter Penner Group. I guess who is can't remember. It's had played for the Broncos before. I guess he probably would have
Peyton Manning,
no
Shannon Sharp, the running back. I mean, who are we talking about here?
no, he owns like part stock or something in the Denver Broncos. What's his name?
You do realize that I'm a Raiders fan, right?
Yeah.
So I could give a fuck less what is happening in Denver.
It's not. I can't remember.
Actually, I couldn't give a fuck less if I tried about what is happening in Denver. At
But anyways,
whatever
I
the
forget.
fuck it
My
is at Mile High.
my brain melted. But whoever got it, I'll think of the name then. He has like some stock and some investment in it. He probably wish he would have bought it when he had the chance before this all, because he could have been making some buku bucks. Not Aikman. Is it Aikman? No.
Elway, for the love
Elway.
of
Yeah.
Jesus
Elway.
Christ.
That guy. Jeez, oh, my brain
Holy,
sucks today.
holy fuck. I haven't slept in 4 days and I'm still functioning better than you.
I know. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ, hurry up. Just
Sorry.
because you're bringing up Broncos, I don't give a fuck about them. What, burn that thing could fall off the face of the mountain? Like, I would not give a that place. The team, I respect Elway, but otherwise.
But since we're talking about football, Mr. James White officially retired today. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the Super Bowls. Very versatile guy. I mean, not just running back, slot receiver, you name it, he did it. That's a good, football player. Versatility has always been a big thing of Mr. Belichick's.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have, until you might have something to blow my mind with.
Well, I told you I had a whole entire episode put together because you said you had nothing, and now you've rambled on for a half hour. Jesus
Hey, we got about
Christ.
30 minutes ago. Mr.
31
Tommy
minutes ago.
Vext, Mr. Tommy Vext, aka the Lone Wolf, Grand Theft Audio comes out. Volume 1 comes out August 19th. I actually bought that as a hard copy, the first CD that I probably bought in 20 years. Always support the small musicians. But Volume 1 was great. The biggest one I liked myself was a rendition of Crawling with Linkin Park. Volume 2 is coming out sometime. You'll be able to check his merch out on his website when that drops. I love all his music. Big music head. So much love to Mr. Vex and what he does, and fighting for the small guys. It's like supporting local,
Yeah, I mean, I met him.
Yeah, I mean,
cool dude, and I met him.
For Grand Theft Audio for $50, you got the CD, the shirt, something signed by him. I mean, you can't beat that. You really can't. Or if you meet him in person. Big advocate for mental health, weight loss journeys, just everything in
God
general.
bless him.
Yeah. I actually saw an old picture of him back, I think probably post high school, early college age. He was a big boy. And I guess he gets so much hate for possibly being on roids and crap. Like, dude, that's hard work and dedication. If he were like, Mark McGuire looking, then okay, then you definitely be doing more than working out. But you put the time in and the dedication.
Yeah, and I just have to give him credit for everyone else changed into their stage clothes. Very happy to see him come out in that same exact sleeveless shirt and that same pair of basketball shorts with zero fucks to give it all. And what respect, my friend. When everyone else has put on vests and skinny jeans, and there's Tony. That's how you know I could like that guy. Everyone
I mean,
else
most of the time from his live concert stuff that I've seen on YouTube, it's always like jeans and a beater. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, he's a very simple guy. He doesn't.
Yeah. He remembers where he came from. That's what I love about certain musicians that I will always be forever in debt to, that give us awesome music and remember their roots. And there's not many.
From his brother beating him to death. Literally. And in case anyone didn't notice, literally. That's a hell of a story right there.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a life story. I thought my life was fucked up. That's like otherworldly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's been a lot. I mean, I've seen a lot of idiocy on the internet about stuff. Again, I haven't really been staring at screens too much because not really feeling it.
Yeah.
But Mostly it's just people bitching, and I see people saying NASCAR fans are the worst fans of all. Like, well, have you ever seen wrestling fans? Why, they're pretty fucking bad.
Actually, speaking of NASCAR, I saw
They're really bad.
Kurt Busch couldn't race because of not passing some kind of. Was it Kurt Busch?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I
Got a
saw that.
concussion. He got a concussion qualifying in
Yeah.
Pocono. He's been out
Jeez.
for 3 or 4 races now. He ate it. He ate it hard. That was one of those that went around just snap wall done.
Jeez.
And everyone's again complaining that the new car isn't safe. It's the car's fault. That's why we're seeing all these injuries. I'm like, Kurt's the only one that he got a concussion. He's the only one. You remember Dale Jr. had to retire because he got a bunch of concussions in the last gen car. But hard. Kurt's also like 43. Those snappy hits like that, but all it takes is a little jostle, especially when you're going almost 200 into a wall from 0 to crunch. You know what? Believe it or not, there's physics behind it.
Yeah. And I do see, since we're speaking of safety in sports, they have these interesting looking padded helmet things that they've been using in practice. I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's
reduce brain injuries.
Yeah.
Less hits on the dome. Guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean that with all sincerity. Apparently, I'll take that as a good thing.
Yeah.
Brain
safety
injuries
is paramount.
Brain injuries. They aren't fun. They aren't fun at all. Trust and believe, for anyone that does not know, they suck. And don't worry, even I finally reached that limit where I went, nope. Man, I'm done with this one. Not today.
Yeah. Well, since we're on the subject of
that thing sucked.
Brains and health and stuff like that. Want a quick shout out to our good brother Roots. May God keep you heavenly and happy.
And Lee.
Where you're at.
Lee. I think it was his birthday. What, yesterday?
Yeah. Well, Will's is coming up in November, so we're still further out from that.
I know Mike and Lee were right there, and Aaron were right there, like back to back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And Miarco McMillan, always love his posts. Quick shout out to him. What he's doing in life, it's awesome to see people's journeys. And just promoting, self safety, mental health awareness. We're all about that. I can't say it enough. I know it's like a broken record, but it's a record that should be kept getting broken. A horse that should be kept getting beat, because that's how we feel about it.
Don't say that in front of the wrong people. They'll actually think you're beating a horse.
Oh boy,
they're stupid people.
You're not gonna get nailed on YouTube for me saying that, are you?
I don't know. They hate me. It's okay.
Got plenty of other platforms.
I don't necessarily like them. They don't necessarily like me. Well, they actually like this channel. There's never been anything on this channel that's pissed them off. It's just the other one. Because, I quote something that I saw on there. They throw me off for misinformation. That stuff gets to stay on there. Yeah. It's one of those beautiful things. They say it's okay. I repeat it. I'm the Antichrist. That's fine. Come.
I ain't got the long hair and the beard.
I do. It's about the only thing that's hit me stay in the last couple of days.
I just have a beard and no hair, but
goatee. Let's go and get it right. Goatee. You have a goat. No beard. Beard.
I can't grow anything on the sides.
So you got a beautiful goatee though.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But it's been a crazy thing. I mean, wondering what's up with KO just beating the living shit out of Elias. Ezekiel. See, I keep saying it. Yeah, on Raw.
We know where that's going.
Well, I'm saying though, could we be lucky enough to actually finally see, that was Triple H's way to go, kill this stupid shit, please. Like what? See you in 6 months, buddy. Fuck. Yep. See you next year. Just go.
I'm thinking Elias or Royal Rumble. Sounds about right. You got to give him time to grow the beard back.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, how long can it take? Whoever, there you go. Another exact reason why Vince should have been gone a long time ago. Night after WrestleMania, he gives us Ezekiel, it's supposed to be the best for all the year, and we get Ezekiel.
Well, how do you keep Kevin Owens busy? Because you know that's going to come full circle. I wouldn't mind them throwing Sami Zayn and KO at each other again.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with that.
and they always
I
work
could
well.
I
But
could watch I could watch that for like 4 months.
who's doing that stupid Oos honorary
I
Oos
I haven't even seen him do that though.
He was doing that like last week. He was trying to do it to get in there and see Roman, or the week before. I mean,
Oh
nope, it was
really?
last week. Yeah, they're doing it. Like,
Well, I only got cable back like I don't know, like a week ago. So
yeah, well, guess what? It was there.
yeah.
And it involved Roman Reigns. So, even if you didn't and you were watching it on Hulu, the edited down part, they're still showing it because it involved Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They don't cut anything that they're involved in. But yeah, doing stuff like that, I mean, obviously, I mean, it would work, but it's KO. I mean, they could really just ready,
Yeah.
steady, go. He
Yeah.
really doesn't need anything. He can just go and start beating the hell out of someone and problem
Who
solved.
do you think you could do a program with besides Sammy?
Anyone on the roster, really.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's
Who
KO.
would you like? Who would you like to see that would fit?
It's not doing anything right now.
I know I'm making you think.
Which isn't fair. I just had it in my head too. And just go out to him in theory. He goes and just starts beating the Jesus out of theory.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, that would put on good matches. And I mean, that could put Theory doing something besides just running around saying he's gonna attack Roman. I mean, Kevin, he's out there doing his I'm the youngest, and he just runs down behind and just start beating the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
No one will complain about that. Like, okay, so that would, in theory, could do his thing. We can get to see him get his ass whooped every once in a while. I mean, everyone could win on that.
Thoughts on the women's tag team title tournament? Maybe we actually make something out of it.
I think it'll be better than
I
it
mean,
was.
even having some NXT people involved, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I think it'll. I think they'll be better this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of who's in charge, Johnson. Hey,
I mean, don't get me wrong. My favorite part of this week was Nikita Lyons. I mean, as always.
I just, can I say, a hostile human being. And I was trying to watch with my head feeling like it was going to explode. So really, nothing was making that better, except didn't absolutely. Never mind that whole thing between Tony D'Angelo and Santos. I'd like that was stupid.
Yeah.
In the middle of park at a table. Like, so hopefully Santos wins, and then him and Legado just go to the main roster.
Yeah. I think I read. I think I oversaw an article about that as far as them that that happening.
He wins and
Which
then he leaves with them.
yeah.
There's nothing else they could do down there. I mean, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of ships kind of sailed at that point.
and then again, it puts new, fresh blood upon the main roster. It puts an actual tag team
Yeah.
in there. I mean, instead of just random stuff. So I think that'd be ideal and okay. It just
Yeah.
depends on how they do it. But again, look who's in charge. I mean, there's a reason why
Yeah.
Enzo and Cass never won anything. But you bet your sweet ass when they got up to the main roster, everyone loved them. I mean, no matter who
Yeah.
they were, that man made stars out of them before they got sent up. Then, well,
Which
then the
speaking of
guy
setting
with
it,
the guy with his ear, goes and
yeah.
ruins fucking everything.
Speaking of fresh talent, I saw an article come across. I guess there was a lot of new signings from the tryouts. So hopefully we get some more new
Yeah,
blood in there, and you know how it works out with him.
yeah. I have a, I have, I have great faith that people just do this thing that no one does anymore. Have a little patience.
Yep.
That
Yeah, I think everyone's just trying to have it rushed,
yeah.
and you know,
All we
good
need
things,
is just
good
a little patience.
all things come in due time.
Just saying, like, patience. That's all you need, and everything else will work itself out. Just breathe and let it happen. Jesus, look what the shit sandwich he's trying to fix right now.
And how far he's come a long way in what 3 weeks, almost a
Yeah,
month.
like he's trying. I'm just really waiting for like the lights to go out on NXT and suddenly everything just comes back on black and gold. Just
that would seriously, if they could pull that off in that amount of time on a live show.
Suddenly the champ is just down there
Can
beating
you
the dog
imagine?
shit out of someone just because he can.
Can you imagine like the ring people trying to do that in the dark, like real quick? I mean, I guess they could have it. I guess they could have it underneath the old set, and they could just pull the
Yeah,
stuff off on the sides and all the other stuff.
yeah.
And I mean the posts and all the other stuff along the crowds is all digital anyway. So I
Yeah.
mean that wouldn't be too hard to pull off.
That's how so they just got a yoke on the thing and gone.
Yep.
Yeah, like that would I'd be like, yeah. I'm like, he is
Or
home.
have the lights go down and have the suspense and some kind of crazy suspenseful music and blah 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 and poof.
And suddenly Slipknot starts blaring through the speakers again.
I'd be fine with that.
Jesse becomes a very happy lad again.
But speaking of lights going out, anniversary of Mr. Jericho debuting
Yeah, so
a
that was
couple
a
days
good one.
ago. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. But yeah, like that. I mean, if they could do that. Here's a crazy thought. I don't know. I mean, you might have saw it online. I haven't. But now that Triple H is in charge, and obviously, Cross is back, Mrs. back, all these other. I mean, they could do some kind of crazy, like invasion angle. Or the old black and gold guys that Vince literally fired every single fucking one of them. Shows up and just beats the living fuck out of everybody.
NXT versus NXT 2.0 War Games. That
Like whether it's the main roster there, what they just show them, mug them. There's no what the like. This is how you do an invasion angle properly. You're welcome. Oh wait.
we were at 78 for things not to do. I remember.
But Vince isn't here anymore.
That's right.
4 clicks. Now we can see.
But speaking of Mr. Jericho, so how do you feel about the whole Lionheart thing?
I don't know. I mean, it just makes me feel some kind of something. Like maybe his run there really is coming to an end. I mean, now that we've seen.
He's extended through next year, I think, right?
I
Or is
mean,
the following year?
but we've seen in the last couple of weeks we've seen the Wizard and the Painmaker and Lionheart, and I mean, like he's pulling them all out. It's just
I honestly think if he would ask for his release, I think Tony Khan would allow it.
like, what? I'm done, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like
Gotta go
he
finish
was,
back home.
yeah, he was one of the main pillars, and I think it's time to come home.
Yeah, finish it off. There again, it just doesn't make sense any otherwise because I mean he's literally pulling out all of them.
Yeah,
He even pulled out White Zombie.
yeah,
I mean, like he was pulling out all the stops except this time. I think Rob actually got paid for that song being used.
oh yeah. No
Unlike
doubt.
turning Jericho's ECW run. He didn't get a dime of that. I don't think he really cared, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It just seems the only way is that he has to be like it has to be it. Like it just doesn't
yeah.
make for how many different sides of him we're seeing and stuff. I appreciate it. I mean, it's good though. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have to keep seeing that squirrely little bastard that's with him. It's always walking around the wife beater and weighs less than me. Danny Garcia. I mean, maybe it's just him hurting like my head. I just see him like that. I know. Now I sound like Vince. You don't look like a wrestler. Like, there's just something about him.
Yeah.
I just look at his face and I want to just headbutt him. Like for real headbutt him, not like a wrestling head. Wow, I would put him down. He hurts my head. Hell, not even the guy with the square head. Like he doesn't even hurt my head that much anymore. There's something about Daniel Garcia walking around like and it's sad to see that that's all they're using Hager for. The JAS. I mean, I think that's a damn shame. Undefeated for real in like MMA, and he's running around in joggers, just being Jericho's bitch for how many years now? Like that's kind of a damn shame.
I think it's time for Swagger to come home too. I think they could use him for something.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Swagger down in NXT to help the younger talent. I could see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell, bring him back with Dutch. Just piss everyone off. Oh my god, the We the People gimmick right now. Holy, like I would pay to watch people's heads actually explode.
I know there's something out there that was posted a while ago when they were on the ramp with whatever he had some not I don't know if it was a banner or a sign or something. Oh, can you imagine that now? Oh my
Or
lord.
or I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and I was just going through to see if something uploaded properly. Ah, there was JBL literally just donkey kicking people in the back, telling them to get back to Mexico. Like, holy,
Can
like,
you imagine?
like who the hell shared this? How is this not thrown on? Get back to Mexico. You're sitting there going, Jesus Christ, what? Can we bring that back? Why? Oh my God. What, 10 years ago, we thought it was the funniest thing ever. Now people are crying because you called them heat, because you did. He was literally calling them every racial slur in the book and telling them to get back to Mexico while assaulting them. And everyone thought it was like magic and it was gold. That was some of the greatest. What a time to be alive. Like, oh my God, JB.
And that wasn't even the 90s. That wasn't even the 90s, bro. That was like what, ruthless aggression?
Yes, like that's the worst part. Like, oh my God, get back to bed. So they're going, Jesus Christ, this isn't real. And there I am, miserable as hell, going, just scrolling. Like, no, no way in hell did someone share that today.
Yeah.
Why, I'm surprised this video hasn't been thrown off yet. Why? Calling them wetbacks and kicking them and telling them to get back to Mexico. Well, this made it through Twitter. It's like, cool.
That's just about as good as the hand.
Good job, Twitter, for pat yourself on the back for letting that one stay on there. Like I didn't even like watch it. I just sat there, just scratching my head, going, "How is that still? How is that still here? Like, what that right there? Like, what a time to be alive!"
Yeah.
Like, and JBL was such a dick about it too. I mean, it just kept going, like the whole time. You're just watching it every week, going, "Jesus Christ, what?" Someone's getting thrown
I
off the
mean,
air.
Vince came to his senses and just let him go with it. Like that was a good idea for the time.
Let
Not
him
gonna
figure
lie.
it out. I mean, I think that he broke up the APA too soon. He wasn't ready to be JBL yet, but once he got on a roll, oh my God.
Well, how much heat he got for, not sticking up for Ron. Like
No doubt. Well, I mean,
that was like instant, dude. That was like instant
what's
turn.
sad
Like
though?
next week, man, they had signs of,
Yeah.
oh my God.
But the worst thing is, like, it still didn't even work. Like, he was still floundering. Everyone hated him.
Yep.
And it still took him months to finally figure it out. What, you don't even have to do anything at that point. What, you walked away from Farouk. Man, what, you left him. What, and God, but hey, he went from not being able to figure it out to kicking people in the back and telling them to get back to Mexico. I mean, what? How quickly that changed. The greatest retirement ever. And that's the way you should go out. Ray rolls you up really quick, and they're, I quit. What? Perfect. You go from kicking people in the spine, calling them all wetbacks. Tell them to get back to Mexico. Ray rolls you up really quick. You lose. You quit. You spike the microphone. You walk away, just getting booed out of the fucking building. Perfect. How else do you want to go out as a heel in wrestling? With that? If I'm going to be a heel, you bet your ass what I want to go out like Bradshaw.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Still, them turning him on Ron.
Still think they should be inducted as a tag team.
And friendly tap.
Yeah.
What was I watching? Something. It was with the video of Sean helping the Special Olympic kid that jumped the barricade at a show. What was Stone Cold and all that? Like, I was like, hey, Tim White, my man. What, everyone's here. Sean's being nice. There's Tim White. Stone Cold comes over and just starts mauling Sean while he's trying to talk to the kid. Like, it was just perfect. Everything was Sean's trying to be nice. Steve's being a dick. He gets back in the ring. He comes over and starts mauling him while he's trying to help the kid. They get back in the ring. He knocks his ass down again. He walks around. Look, the kid with Down syndrome on the ringside. But Sean shows a human being side, and Steve
Yep.
comes over and starts beating the dog shit out of him. But you couldn't do that anymore if you tried. But you just you couldn't. Oh, look, he's being nice. But like it was just perfect. Like they didn't even like no one was there to tell them to do these things. People just actually had the brain to actually function.
Yeah.
God, I miss the days when people could actually do that. That was a good video. I saw that today while I was wondering if my eyeballs were going to blow out of my head.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I don't know
cool.
if you saw, I don't know if you saw the I think I posted it actually on the page and my Facebook page about when Stone Cold came back during the invasion, just started stunnering everyone.
Oh, that was
That,
me there. How many
that's one of
videos
my
of that was there too? I mean, there was that one. There's a time he showed with, but he showed so many times he just started beating the hell out of everyone.
anything that walked.
Yeah, well, he's just sitting there hitting people, pull cues, stunners. I mean, it's just the greatest. Like how
Whatever he grabbed when he first got into the back and with Stasiak and Hurricane.
I
That
did
was
feel
Hurricane.
bad. I felt
That
bad
was
for Hurricane.
Helms.
I felt bad for Hurricane on that one. If you haven't seen it, go on the page
Oh,
and
dude,
watch that.
he went full
He went
blast on
flying.
Hurricane.
Like Hurricane went flying.
Yeah.
Like you actually watch it and you're going, everyone else, you're like, okay, that kind of sucked. But that actually, I mean, like he went flying.
He got the full-fledged. I don't know what Austin had. I don't know if it was a crowbar or a tailpipe or a pipe or something, but yeah, he really.
In Steve's defense, though, when he goes hitting or flinging someone, like, I mean, you go from trying to do anything to Stasiak, and then suddenly, suddenly here comes the Hurricane at you, who weighs like half that. I mean,
sorry, Helen. Sorry about your luck, but you're getting the beat out of you.
You know, that was. I mean, it was poor timing to be him. I'm like, you're going to be here. What's he going to do? Like, there he is, probably going. Like, hey, but I'm going to get my ass beat by Stone Cold on TV. Yay! But it does make it really amazing when you see how everyone the WWE was getting their ass whooped, the EF, whatever it was, getting their ass whooped the whole entire time. And then Steve literally took out the whole entire alliance single-handedly. Never mind Kane, Taker, all of them in the ring getting mauled. But Stone Cold comes out and just kills a whole entire arena's worth of people.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. And my last one that I want to talk about, because we're almost to the hour mark, so why not? Dominic getting all uppity and turning on Ray. Because of the whole Edge thing. Like, this is how we're going to give Dominic balls. Like, Triple H was in charge when they literally had Rhea beat the dog shit out of him and just carry him out like a sack of potatoes and drop him like 2 weeks in a row. Like, you can't suddenly have him having a set of balls now.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way. Okay. Hey, you didn't say it. We're here.
Not yet.
You know, if you're going to blow it out, even though I did love when he blew it out and while he had the LED.
Yeah.
Like that was I still love that for some reason. I don't know. But Dom finally, growing a set of balls because Edge speared him.
Yeah. I hope they do something with it. I really do.
I hope that don't put him in Judgment Day.
No. I just, I saw a picture somebody posted with him and showing half of his face with the old 96 Mysterio mask. I don't know.
Please God, don't put him in like I keep saying. Here's what you do. Have someone beat the bejesus out of him. Let us not see him for a while and have him debut on NXT with an actual character. Not just Rey Mysterio's son. That would be the greatest thing you could do for him. Instead of having him get mauled by Rhea every other second and then suddenly growing a set because Edge speared him. Just make him go away already. Like, come on, Paul. You have a brain.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, they've got. I'm excited to see how the match with him and with Edge and Damian Priest go. I think it's going to be a good one. Considering it's going to be in Canada.
Oh yeah,
so
I think it'll be.
I really hope they. I really hope they let them go to distance. I'm hoping for like a 20-25 minute match.
I don't think he
Um,
hasn't been in Canada with the company since
oh my God, yeah,
he speared Elias at SummerSlam. And he
yeah.
got back through the curtain, and there's Beth going,
Why'd
I
you do
didn't,
that?
I didn't know you were gonna do that. He told me to. It was all him. Just blame Vince. Probably was his. I mean, but and sadly, that was probably my favorite Elias concert ever.
Yeah,
Oh no, there's just something about him and just coming out like every 15 minutes in Toronto and just berating everybody. Like that was like that made like I think he did it twice during the pre-show. I mean, for how much those pre-shows suck, that made it at least enjoyable. Just listening to him. You know why I hate Toronto? Like, carry
tell us
on.
how
What
you tell us how you really feel.
between that Kawhi Leonard? I mean, or however the hell you pronounce it. I mean, he was just going. And then we heard the song. I'm like, okay, but he's not going to do anything. Like, oh shit, he speared him. What? You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And even better, there's Beth going, you're not supposed to do that. But
Someone was sleeping on the couch that night.
I don't think he would complain. You got to
Yeah.
spear somebody. You got to spear him out of his shoes
Literally, like you
in
couldn't.
Toronto. That was really that was real. I think it'll be really killer. I mean, I think that. I mean, they better let him. I
I
mean,
would think
really, they could just put on better matches and cut out three quarters of the bullshit.
I think they let Edge take the win over Priest, but then Balor wins at Clash of the Castle just at the fact that they're overseas. I
Oh
think
yeah, like he has to be
that would make sense
yeah.
because you can keep it going.
He has to win that one.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make their big first show. They're not a snowflake's chance in hell. Sorry, Edge.
Yeah.
You're not winning that one, guy. It's
Well,
not
and
meant to
I'm
be.
fine. I'm fine with him because I mean he didn't win big at WrestleMania, so you know what I mean. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter about wins or losses to me with Edge.
He
Just as
doesn't
long as
need
it's
to.
good, as long as it's a good match. I honestly think that match is going to bring down the house.
Yeah.
I think that's going to
go.
be,
That's
yeah,
going to be good.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of good ones on there, but that one, just let them go.
Oh
And
yeah,
again, they're not going to have, all these stupid constraints and like we're
yeah.
allowed to use the word wrestler again. We're allowed to use the word wrestle again in World Wrestling. Oh wait, sorry, it's not World Wrestling Entertainment. It's just WWE anymore, isn't it? Yeah, because they got rid of all of that. Thanks, Vince. Nothing nice is coming to my mind right now. Everything I
Yeah.
just came to my mind would piss off YouTube. So
But I have to honestly
I think
say
that'll be good.
though, I know it's a random thought. This is the way it's supposed to be. Um, Dawkins, I like the match. I
Oh
and
yeah,
it's nice that Rollins is getting some wins, on these guys to kind of really test the waters. I'm fine with both of them going solo at this point. I mean, Dawkins really pulled it off on Raw. Like I kudos
oh
to
yeah.
both of them. That shows Dawkins can go solo. That
Yeah.
convinced me. I mean, we already knew, but like just the way that panned out. And obviously Dawkins didn't get the win, but
Yeah,
it
but
just goes to
it
show
wouldn't have
that
made sense for him too.
no,
But he had the
no,
perfect opponent to lose to. So you go, yeah, but that was yeah, I think they're just testing the waters on that. And again, like they could do DIY. I mean, they could
hmm
do a lot of things and fix a lot of things in the tag division just with people they can call up
yeah,
and do with all of that. Because there is some, again, we could have Legado come up. There's some cool stuff too.
yeah,
We could have, I mean, I'd be okay with the Creeds coming up already. I like the Creed brothers. And I'm really just tired of the whole them and Roddy thing. So can we just put them up
yeah,
there, tell Roddy to go to AEW? Like, bye. Like, just go away. Like, go be with your wife and
yeah.
go be the undisputed whatever.
Elite.
Yeah, it's not even. It's just the undisputed whatever. Like, just go there. I mean, I don't think that him. I like the Creed brothers up there again. That would bring a new face up there. I saw someone say rehire what's his nuts so they could have MSK together and put them on the main roster. Like
Yeah.
they could do a lot of good things with this.
Heard of possibility Eric Redbeard,
That would be.
aka Rowan. I saw one article about the possibility because he's not really. I don't think he signed to anybody really. He's
Well,
just
I
kind of.
know he has a match coming up with. I want to say Danhausen against Billy's kids.
I think.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
as I watched Dynamite earlier, I think that yeah, like, hey, look, what Rowan? He's alive. He just randomly shows up, but um, God, whoever gave him that spider, like robotic spider in that cage, should still be fired. Oh wait, they did get fired.
Bye bye, Johnny Ace.
Yeah, but yeah, like there's a lot of like cool opportunities they could do with all of that. And that's really all I'm looking at going forward is because again, like with just who he's brought back, like if he keeps going with that, and
Oh yeah.
they have a metric ton of people down there at the PC.
Oh yeah.
Like so they can get people like the Creeds that in the flow have them go like they can move a lot of people, some of them up just to break up some of the just to put something fresh in there because I
Yeah.
mean, they need it. They really haven't given anyone the time of day. I think they will get the time of day now, just because again, look at the NXT tag division back with
Yeah.
the revival. There's a name, FTR. I can never imagine what FTR, the revival. Mm-hmm. Just saying, that's my take on it.
Yeah.
FTR, yeah, but they were great down there. Enzo and Cass. I mean, look at all the people that were down there in that tag
Oh
division.
yeah.
Even the people that weren't winning championships and did nothing. Look how over they were.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, and everyone mattered, even if they weren't winning anything. It was kind of like the
And
adversary. What they
that's
didn't
the
have to be
thing. Like
champions. Just go have good matches. No one
Paul just
cares.
said Paul had complete another faith and said, just go with it. Take the ball, go with it.
Like I just saw someone on Twitter complaining before we started about, I think it was Raquel, Shotzi, Aaliyah, and someone else in a match tomorrow night. They're just talking all kinds of trash about how none of them are going to know how to lead a match or carry it and yada, yada, yada. And Road Dogg's like, yeah, let's see how you could do about it. Look, what? You get in there and show them how it's done then, son. Like, well, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
can WWE please rehire Road Dogg?
Yeah, I was waiting this long going, how did he not hire him back yet? It's not like anyone, Tony Khan won't call him. So I'm just saying, bring him back. He should be there. But they have a lot of good stuff they could do.
Yeah.
And that's really all I've been like, no matter everything else, like we brought up. I mean, most of this that I brought up was just possibilities and stuff going forward. And it's endless right now just because there's someone that isn't stuck back in like the early 90s and 80s with fucking gangsters and
Yeah.
I mean, just God, like just. And by the way, Parker, like Bordeaux, Boudreaux, whatever the hell I've pronounced so many times, like in Alaska. But dear God, he's just a weird looking dude, a monster. Like we get him with that.
Better with the hair and not without.
He's got like that resting constipation face. Got to see his face. I'm like, looks like he has to poop. And he looks like he's trying to push a turd out. Like, just calm down on that weensy bit. But lots of good stuff can happen. Like that's why again I keep telling everyone this is the best thing we could have, just because possibilities literally are endless right now.
Oh yeah.
And this is all he's done in 3 weeks. I mean, for the love of God, he made a SmackDown better than the Raw after WrestleMania. I mean, holy shit, he made 15-second span at SummerSlam better than the Raw after WrestleMania. It's just I'm very excited about all of that, but that's where I think I could leave it. Don't worry, everyone. What it might be Justin's show. Now that we didn't get to anything that I did because I told him I had it, and then he showed up with a list anyway. You just made the list.
At least leave you with one thing, and everyone that's watching. This awesome background.
God bless her.
Yeah.
I don't even like French Canadians. It's not even French Canadian. I just don't like the French. I'm sorry. It's great food. They're just so uppity on themselves. I don't know. It's shut up and go away. Go win a war or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that just sounds very American of me. Go yourself. Take your runny, nasty cheese. Go somewhere else. Oh, wee. Go away. God, I love Canadians. There's something about, I don't know, like up there and they have their own province in Canada and like their flag flies, not the Canadian. You have to speak French. I mean, there's just something completely up your own asshole about that whole thing in Montreal. Like that is otherworldly, up your own ass. Like there's an ocean in between you and France, and like you guys are dicks.
Yeah.
Just say it. But that's where I'll leave it. I got a good one for next week or whenever the hell we do it.
Yeah,
He'll
we can
like
do
it
next week. That way I can do some digging. I can at least say I will pick a solid subject,
for
either
the week
it
after.
be a wrestler, manager, or just someone in the wrestling world in general, and
But
I'll do my digging like I did with Mr. Heyman and
yeah,
Mr. McMahon, and
you'll
we'll
like
have a
this
good
one.
time.
You like this one that I got for next week, though. See, the best thing is I'm already ready. So now I just have to wait for you to be ready and go. But it'll be a good one. Then you can lead it up with someone after that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I made the list. There's a list. I'm ready. And maybe by then I'll be able to see out of my left eye, instead of, I don't know if anyone noticed that's watching, like how it looks like I have like, no, like, yeah. Don't worry, people. I'm not baked. It just really, really, really hurts to try to open my eyes right now, but it'll be fun. Thanks everyone for watching. Everyone's getting on the YouTube and following along. I appreciate it. Good pods, everyone. So sure, share it out, follow along, comment, and until next time, peace.